The bus driver pulled over and said, "I just found a note threatening someone's life. This bus doesn't move until I know who wrote it." We were 40 minutes into the 3-hour ride back from the state debate tournament when Mr. Garrison killed the engine on the shoulder of the highway. He stood up from his seat holding a folded piece of paper between 2 fingers, like it was contaminated. His face had gone completely white. I watched him unfold it and read it again, his jaw tightening with every word. Then he turned to face all 26 of us. "Someone on this bus wrote that they're going to hurt Amelia Cho when we get back to school. Described exactly how they'd do it." He held up the note. "I found this wedged in my door handle. We're not moving until I know who wrote it." Amelia was sitting 3 rows ahead of me. She'd won first place at the tournament, beating out Noah Whitfield in the finals. Noah had been undefeated for 2 years until today. When Garrison said her name, Amelia's whole body went rigid. She turned around slowly, scanning faces like she was trying to figure out who wanted her dead. The bus went silent, except for the rumble of trucks passing us on the highway. Mr. Garrison walked down the aisle, holding that note like a weapon. "I'm going to read this out loud," he said. "Maybe hearing your own words will shake something loose." He cleared his throat. "She thinks she's better than everyone. After tonight, she won't think anything at all. I know where she parks. I know her schedule. She won't see me coming." Amelia started crying quietly. A girl named Priya put her arm around her. That's when Noah laughed. Not a nervous laugh, a dismissive one. "This is ridiculous," he said loudly. "Someone's obviously trying to scare her. It's probably a joke." Mr. Garrison stopped in front of Noah's seat. "You think threatening a student's life is funny?" Noah shrugged. "I think you're overreacting. Just drive us home and let the school deal with it." But Mr. Garrison didn't move. He pulled out his phone and dialed. I heard him say the words, "credible threat," and "need an officer," before he stepped off the bus to finish the call. The second he was gone, the accusations started flying. Priya pointed at Noah and said everyone knew he was bitter about losing. Noah fired back that Priya had been jealous of Amelia all year. Someone mentioned that a kid named Wesley had been suspended last semester for stalking. Wesley stood up and screamed that he'd never even talked to Amelia. Within 5 minutes, the bus had divided into factions. People were shouting over each other, bringing up old drama, old grudges. A girl named Danielle said she'd seen someone writing something during the drive. When pressed, she pointed at 3 different people and admitted she wasn't sure. I stayed quiet and watched. That's when I noticed something that made my stomach drop. Noah's friend Corey was sitting 2 rows behind Amelia, completely still. His hands were in his jacket pockets, and his eyes were locked on the back of her head, not moving, not blinking, just staring. I'd seen that look before. Last month, Corey had asked Amelia to prom in front of the entire cafeteria. She'd said no, politely but publicly. He'd played it off like it didn't matter, but I remembered his face when she walked away. It was the same face he was making right now. Mr. Garrison climbed back on the bus. "Police are meeting us at the next exit. Nobody leaves until they arrive." He paused. "I'm going to search bags. Anyone who refuses gets reported separately." He started at the front, methodically going through backpacks while their owners protested. When he reached Corey's row, Corey didn't move. "Bag," Mr. Garrison said. Corey shook his head slowly. "That's a violation of my privacy." Mr. Garrison's voice went cold. "This is a safety issue. Open the bag or I call your parents right now." Corey's face twitched. He unzipped his backpack and Mr. Garrison reached inside. He pulled out a composition notebook, flipped through pages, stopped. His expression changed completely. He held up a page filled with handwriting, the same handwriting as the note. But that wasn't the worst part. The pages were covered with Amelia's name, her schedule, her license plate number, descriptions of her routines, timestamps. Corey lunged for the notebook, but Mr. Garrison was faster. He stepped back and held it above his head. "Sit down, now." Corey's mask finally cracked. His voice came out raw and desperate. "She humiliated me, in front of everyone. She laughed at me." Amelia's voice shook. "I didn't laugh. I just said no." Corey slammed his fist against the window. "You made me look pathetic. You think you can just reject people and nothing happens?" Mr. Garrison was already on the phone again. I watched Corey's breathing get faster, his hands balling into fists. Noah, who'd been defending random chaos 5 minutes ago, had gone completely pale. He moved away from Corey like proximity made him guilty. Priya pulled Amelia toward the back of the bus, while other students created a barrier of bodies between her and Corey. The police were waiting when we pulled into the rest stop. 2 officers boarded and escorted Corey off in handcuffs while he screamed that this wasn't fair, that she deserved it, that we'd all be sorry. The notebook contained 3 months of surveillance notes. His phone had photos of her house, her car, her locker. He'd been planning something for weeks, waiting for the right moment. The tournament loss had nothing to do with it. This was about rejection, about control, about punishing someone for saying no. Corey was charged with criminal threatening and stalking. His family moved out of the district before the trial. Amelia transferred to a different school anyway. She said she couldn't walk those hallways without looking over her shoulder. Some people blamed her for overreacting. I blamed everyone who laughed when she turned him down at prom.